This episode of the Nerd Corporation podcast may contain spoilers and explicit language. Listener discretion is advised. We are the Nerd Corporation.
What up, everybody? It's podcast day. My name is Eddie Lyon, and if you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you. With me, as always, is Derek Reese.
Hey, guys, are there things that are going on?
Cole Simper.
Later, we'll take stuff and do it, right?
Okay. Cole Simper.
Baba Booey.
And Nick Lewis.
I feel like I'm on Hollywood Squares right now.
Right.
And we
Bitch takes the circle.
God,
I don't know. I don't know anything about
bitch
that.
takes the square.
Square? I don't know, man.
Yeah. Hollywood,
Bitch takes the square.
Hollywood Squares. Hollywood Squares.
You're a square.
I'll take the circle. I don't know.
Do it. Take the circle. Take it hard and deep.
Just put it in. Put your finger in it.
Just wiggle it around a bit.
It's just like a
do the hook. Do the hook. You got a hook.
Do the digit point. Just
do the come hither.
Yeah.
But only a couple digits in. Like you don't have to go the whole way.
Just for a minute. Just see how it feels.
Just to see how it feels. And we are the Nerd Corporation. Welcome to episode 190. Oh yeah, one of them. New year, same jerks. We're just going to be playing catch up. All the things that we missed over our hiatus, and maybe if we can do a baby segment of Whatcha Playin. So, guys, what have we been up to?
Well, lost a furry friend the past couple days.
Right.
Kitty.
That is just never easy, as I'm sure Cole can attest in recent times as well. But yeah, he's just old.
Yeah,
like that's all there is to it. We had him at least 16 years.
Was that part of the funeral service? Man, he was old.
He was just old. Like, what do you want me to say? Like,
he was an old cat.
It's a beautiful eulogy. You googly.
Yeah.
You googly.
Yeah. Are you saying I'm not a good you Googleizer? Well, let's get into some. Oh, what are you gonna say, Derek?
I was gonna say I made out like a bandit on Christmas.
Yeah, you did.
Legos, nice little police box wallet.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, right? Yeah, dude. I got the new mouse.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
Nice. Got a new monitor that you can't really see, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, Christmas was cool. I got to have all the kids and stuff, and so that was rad.
Good.
Yeah. Nice.
Good.
But
yeah, Misty got me a whole bunch of 49ers gear. So
I saw that you were like head to toe in 49ers gear. I saw that picture. You're just like all cheesing, like.
I know. I was so stoked.
Cole, how was your Christmas?
It was pretty good. It was pretty understated this year. We didn't really do that much. I had to work that night, so it just made it kind of awkward because I have to go to bed around like 3 or 4 just to be able to, if I'm being nice to myself, I'm going to bed at that time. So it was just kind of, it was just another day. It was fun to go see family and all of that. But, Christmas when you're older is just kind of lame sometimes.
I had to work Christmas Day. So.
Yeah. See, and that really sucks the wind out of your whole Christmas spirit is when you got to work.
Which is funny because I work at a furniture store, like a home furnishing store. I unload trucks for a home furnishing store, so nobody's gonna go look for tables or dinette sets or fucking whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it was just no one did. We were there, and there were maybe like 5 people there the whole time I was there. So
I'll tell you what, though, that sure doesn't stop fucking people calling in to say, I know it's Christmas Day, but are y'all still open? Like,
the shit that bothers me the most is someone that I'm like, when I would work like cashier jobs, is when people would like look at me like into my face, stare into the windows of my soul, and be like, "Oh, so sorry you have to work on Christmas."
You're the reason.
Like, bitch, you are right in front of me, looking me dead in my shit. You are not sorry for anything.
Dude, it all just makes me think of that one guy that's on TikTok. He's like Scott Seiss or whatever, where he's like, he does the whole hey, can I use your restroom? And then like the camera zooms in and plays like this ominous music, and he's like, it's for customers only. Oh, you want to use the restroom? Let me get you an application.
So, getting on with some nerd news, in wrestling news, I don't know, was it before or after we went to hiatus that CM Punk came back to the WWE?
It was after. I
I
think
was
it
gonna
was
say,
after.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it was after.
Yeah, so fucking that's a thing. CM Punk's back, and he hasn't had I think he had like a couple of dark matches already, but he hasn't had like a match.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, I think he had like 1 or 2 dark matches.
Hmm.
Or like live event matches, but I don't think
Dork matches?
Dark.
Okay.
Like the darkness.
Black matches.
Black.
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure.
No, I get it. No, it's fine. Piece of shit. So that's been kind of crazy. Everyone's speculating that it'd be like him and Seth at WrestleMania because The Rock came back, and so it might be Rock and Roman at WrestleMania, which I don't really care for.
I like if it gets the title off Roman, cool.
I don't think it will though. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think it will either, because I mean that would be insane unless The Rock is coming back.
Danny's not.
Yeah,
not. But I mean, even in this kind of like climate where the champion is like part time, you know.
Yeah,
like
I mean, here's why I could see it happening. They don't want Roman to drop it to anyone on the active roster.
Yeah,
they just don't. They want Roman to look strong. And
right.
What the fuck are you going to do to get the title off him while keeping him looking strong?
Yeah, but then
that's the only way that I can see it being a thing.
But then who beats The Rock?
Well, right. Yeah, I mean,
like who's going to make The Rock look strong? Nobody.
Yeah.
But
that's not the point though. Like if The Rock's not an active wrestler, once Roman drops the title to him, he doesn't need to look strong. Like it's fine if somebody else wins it by cheating or some crazy, fast pin that they get away with or whatever. It's not a big deal if The Rock loses.
Right.
But in the WWE's eyes, it's a huge deal if Roman loses.
That's stupid.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I could see there being a world where it happens.
I hope so.
I do too. And maybe it's just wishful thinking, but
because nobody's gonna win it at the Rumble. Like nobody's gonna take it. The whole fatal 4-way match, no one's gonna take it away. But now with Seth Rollins out, who's like, because a torn meniscus and a torn ACL is not something to like walk off.
Yeah.
So.
No.
And what did that just happen at SmackDown or what?
I think it was.
Well, thanks for the spoiler.
Oh, okay.
You asked fucking him. Guy.
You asked.
just asked him.
You asked.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I'm just saying he had already mentioned earlier to me that he got a torn meniscus.
Yeah,
but
it was he was defending.
Meniscus.
He was there's this track. I'm getting sidetracked, but there's this track by Smino where he says, what does he say? He says, "Tear up the pussy proper, It's a meniscus.
Yeah, that's a bona fide autism moment right there, man.
Anyway,
You know what they say, real
Uh-huh.
G's move in silence like lasagna.
That's a bar. It's a bar.
Sure it is. Sure, just like fly go hard like geese erection is.
I will not have this Lil Wayne slander. I will not have this.
Oh man. Anyway, but yeah, with him, I don't know. Wrestle Talk said that there were insiders that said that he could possibly come back just in time for WrestleMania. Just keep the title on him since this whole part-time title holder trend is happening. Like the only active big title where now anyway that's going to be defended like frequently is the Intercontinental title.
Right. Dude, how big of a fucking slap in the face would it be if they made Seth drop his title?
Oh,
that would be such a huge slap in the face.
if it's
especially to gender, dude.
right.
Oh, I know.
No, if it's Seth and Punk, he's going to. If it's Seth and Punk, he's going to.
And that's another thing to mention. Jinder Mahal is back, which is fucking weird. I thought it was going to be another one of those one-offs, like, oh, look, and Jinder's back. How fun. Yeah. And that would be the end of it. I didn't realize he was like back.
He is. No, and he's completely back. And yeah. I think it has to do with the fact that India is going to be one of the sites for NXT, you know, because they're going to have like NXT Europe, they're going to have NXT Japan, and I think it's NXT India or Saudi Arabia, one of them. So, you know, get a few more faces in there. So that's why they have him and fucking Indus Sheer coming back. Like nobody when they saw Indus Sheer back was excited for any of it.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, at least with AOP coming back, some people would have been excited about that.
I wasn't excited.
I don't care, but
yeah, I don't either. Like, I don't need to see Paul Ellering. Like,
I know, right?
Fucking
for real. Like that man cannot. He doesn't have a face that can, like, you know, give like a good steely, like, angry look.
Right.
And God bless him, he tries.
He looks like he looks like a concentrating dementia patient. He's just like
Jesus.
He looks constipated.
Where am I right now?
I know, right?
We are. Wait, what are we? Like, but my last little piece of wrestling news is that Naomi might come back.
Oh, really?
Hell yeah.
She just dropped the TNA Knockouts title and was like saying her goodbyes.
Dang.
So if we get Naomi, we might get Mercedes Moné back too. Sasha Banks.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I don't know. Triple H is running it, man. Triple H is doing the thing. He gave his wrestlers Christmas off to go be with their families. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, that's why. Like,
it sounds pretty positive.
Yeah, it is. It is like that's why like the Christmas episode of SmackDown or the Christmas episode of Raw or whatever was just like
highlights.
Yeah, highlights and running it back.
I wonder if that will eventually maybe lead to WWE having wrestlers as employees. Maybe. As opposed to, you know what I mean? Like maybe. Down the road somewhere.
I mean, we'll see. Like, I think this very first year of them with Endeavor and TKO and all that shit, like that'll probably be like the thing that'll probably solidify that. Like, because if Endeavor pops out with good enough money, it'll just be like, yeah, hire them all.
Yeah, that's true. That would be really cool.
Because you got to give them benefits if they're employees. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So at that point, you know, whatever. But I don't know how all of that works. I'm not a wrestling hirer.
What?
You know.
I thought you had a side gig where
you do know what you're talking about, though.
Logan Championship Wrestling. Let's do it, bro.
LCW.
LC Dub.
Well, It should be like LCD dub, like Logan City Dad Wrestling.
Dad
And
wrestling.
we could just, it would just be us and all our friends. Like almost geriatric asses trying to pull off like some moves. Like we'd have to go 80s style and just do like the most basic ass wrestling moves you could possibly imagine.
Just a bunch of arm drags and headlock takeovers and shit, and
like, oh, here I'll drop an elbow.
Fireman's carries, like little ones, like here comes his special maneuver, the right punch.
It reminds me of a bit that fucking Jim Norton had on one of his specials where he was talking about the Hulk Hogan controversy, because the special came out like after that whole video leaked or whatever.
Oh.
And he's like, by the way, did you guys see the fucking cannon that Hulk Hogan's packing? He's like, no wonder. I was wondering why that stupid leg drop was so effective.
Yeah.
That's why it hurts so much.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because you're getting a double leg drop.
Yeah. Wham, wham.
Nick, you just showed us that trailer for the indie game.
Oh yeah, dude. That
Indiana
game.
Jones with Troy Baker. He sounds almost like almost.
He sounds identical to Harrison Ford. He sounds identical. Like
he's like a cunt hair off. Like he's a C hair away from the sea sucker.
Nice analogy.
Thanks.
Yeah, so let's get some thoughts and opinions, because I have some of my own and I would like to discuss.
I'm not a big Indiana Jones fan. Like I don't.
Neither am I.
Like I am not. Like I saw the first one maybe like twice in my life, and seen the other ones in passing, but I've never been like, oh shit, Indiana Jones. That's
you have no
good.
attachment.
I don't. However, I'm very excited for this game.
Really?
I am.
Let's hear it. Why?
I don't know. It feels in one way, like in like a not positive way, it feels like a first person Uncharted clone, right?
Yeah.
But that's also a positive for me, I think.
They're saying that it's anything but that, which I mean, I get like the similarities and everything like that, but I don't know. I think it was an awesome move for them to do a first person perspective.
Because I mean, you can't help but bring up the similarities,
Yeah.
right? Like
You're going to, but
quick-witted fucking adventurer, finding lost relics and things of the sort. I mean, the lore behind Indiana Jones is pretty big, but I mean,
is
Uncharted not an Indiana Jones clone?
That's also an argument that could be made.
It is, but they want to divorce themselves away from the idea of Uncharted as far as to go as to we're not even in third person, we're in first person. And I think that where my opinion stems is from the developer. The developer is Machine Games. Do y'all know what games they made before this game?
No.
The New Age Wolfenstein games, the New Order and the New Colossus.
Mm-hmm.
If you've played those games, you know that they're extremely fast, kinetic shooters. That is not what I get from this game at all.
No.
And, it's not a bad thing. It's not a negative thing. I mean, it could be construed as one. It is one for me, where it looks clunky. It looks very slow. The whip animation is like, oh, okay, so this is a 10-second animation of a man just standing there waiting to get fucking whipped. It's strange to me. And
I mean,
it's
10 seconds is a little bit of an exaggeration.
kind of, but not by much. And it's like, in terms of like, it feels, I feel like the exaggeration is well noted when it comes to like how different the gameplay is between like something like Wolfenstein and something like what they showed up. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying it's just not, it's strange for them. and I don't know if it's gonna work out or not, or how it's gonna feel. I saw a lot of positive feedback on the whip. I thought I saw a lot of people saying that it looks fun and it looks I don't know, interactive, I guess.
So the big thing that has me mega hyped about it is Game Pass Day 1.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Xbox people are in for a treat this year. Next month we've got the Persona 3 remake coming out.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Day 1 on Game Pass.
Yep.
Persona 3 with the Persona 5 engine, and then and then we'll have Indiana Jones, and then like Hellblade 2.
So yeah, we might as well just talk about the developer direct as a whole. It happened, what was it? The 18th. They showed off Indiana Jones, Avowed, Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, and Ara History Untold. Also, Visions of Mana, which is a Square Enix game. It looks like it's a sequel to the Mana games that were kind of exclusive to Japan, but not really. So interesting that they're still trying to push a relationship with Japan as much as possible, which I of course, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I just, I think they sold like 500 Xboxes in Japan in the last 3 years. So it's just interesting. You know what I mean? Like that they're still trying to push so hard into that.
Going back to Indiana Jones real quick, one of the things that does concern me about the game is Todd Howard's involvement.
Me too, brother. Me too. Snake in the grass, that motherfucker.
Me and Todd Howard, we have a very abusive relationship.
Yeah.
You
got to get out, Eddie.
I did.
You can't stay in that toxic relationship.
I did. I left.
You did.
And I'm happy, and I was thriving, and now he comes back into my life with this thing he knew would interest me, and now I have to rest upon my friends to kind of just be like, you can do this, and then go away again, and then you don't even have to worry about him.
Just get your CDs and get out.
I'm not gonna lie, like I'm super, like, for nostalgic reasons, I'm super excited about this. I mean, I grew up on Indiana Jones, and
right.
Like I would like Last Crusade is probably my favorite one, like the third one of the installment. But I mean, the music is amazing.
Yeah, it's Lucasfilms, of course.
John Williams.
Right? Like, so I mean, the music's amazing, the idea behind it is great. I mean, it's not like, it's a little less great being that I went into history, and Indiana Jones is just all about, haphazardly breaking fucking everything in his path.
Right.
Like, he doesn't give a fuck about history. He just goes bulldozing in there and fucking breaks everything. But it's still, like, that's being a kid, like, and having that adventure and that history minded, like, oh man, this is fucking cool. Like, all of that growing up was just like a huge draw for me. So like I'm super down to see how this goes.
Oh yeah, I am too. I guess I was like a little over the top when I said I was excited, because I'm not, like, for nostalgic reasons, I'm not excited for just being able to see this IP happen. I'm excited. Yeah. I am looking forward to it, I guess is what I'm saying. I'm looking forward to the game. I'm not like hyped, but I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, we can continue on to what we were talking.
I'm interested to see how it does.
Yeah.
I don't. The pessimist in me is saying that I don't think it's going to make anybody buy an Xbox. But
well, yeah. I mean, it's kind of. I mean, we're a good far cry from, the heyday of Indiana Jones popularity. So
yeah, that's why Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say it's funny because when I put in the chat, I was like, "Did you guys see that Indiana Jones trailer?" And Eddie's like, "Just let that man die."
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah,
"No,
because I
dude."
thought it was another
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. I was like, "No, it's a game. It's a game. Check this out."
Yeah, no,
Did
I thought it
anyone
was another movie. I was like, how fucking what? Indiana Jones in the Walker of the Future? Like, is it
right?
The Crystal Walker.
Instead of Temple of Doom, it's Wheelchair of Doom.
the fucking Pain of Destiny? Like,
Was it so there was a fourth Indiana Jones movie, right? Or I mean a fifth one. Because
yeah.
there was Crystal Skull.
And there
And then
was one
wasn't-
after. There was one right
Yeah.
after that.
Did anybody watch the one after that?
No.
Okay. 'Cause
Yes.
You
Did
did?
you how
Did you really?
was it?
Fuck no.
No? Oh, okay. Because
And when you say nobody watched it, like I'm pretty sure like nobody watched it.
yeah.
Well, and the people that did were like, bro, stay the fuck away from that
Well,
thing.
see, and that's the thing. Like after that Crystal Skull bullshit, I was like, you burned me. And I could maybe give you a chance, but you burned me fucking hard on that movie. Like,
Isn't that the one where South Park like makes fun of them like they raped Indiana Jones?
yeah. Uh-huh.
That was the one with
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf in it, right?
Yeah, the one with Shia LaBeouf, they turned it into aliens. Like it wound up being like a History Channel
Ancient aliens.
ancient aliens like bullshit weird. Like it was fucking awful.
That movie was my reason for not seeing the one after that. Like,
Yeah, well, exactly. Like, hey, okay, if it just wasn't a great movie, okay, you burned me, but let's go check out this new one. But they burned me so hard. I was like, I'm good.
yeah, it's one thing
I'm
if it's
good.
like, oh yeah, they tried to make another Indiana Jones movie, and it was okay,
Right.
instead of just like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Nick, what do you think about Senua's Saga? I feel like you're the only one that like has any information or knowledge or know withal about this game. So I just want to know what you think, because I can't be fucking bothered with this game, man.
I don't have a ton of information. I mean, all the information I have is just like what's been.
You liked the first game though, right?
I did like the first game. Yeah, the first game was a trip to play. I felt like it was, kind of something that people hadn't done before. And if you're ever got the inkling to play this game, then I would suggest it. It's not so much a combat heavy game. I mean, there is combat in it, but it's more like a kind of like a visceral, like, this is what you're playing as this character who like basically has schizophrenia and hears voices like all the time. That's why they tell you like wear headphones when you play this game.
Essential.
Yeah. And it's just like you have to play it to kind of just.
It's a super interactive walking simulator, is what I like to think.
Yeah.
Which sounds like a bad thing, but it's not. I think dude, Senua's Sacrifice is fucking dope. It's really cool. I never want to play it again, but it's fucking dope. I think it's something that like if you like the idea of art in video games, it's pretty damn close. It's an fascinating documentary on the making of the game as well, or fucking trailers or whatever it was. But like the behind the scenes of this game is really interesting because they, as Nick said, they gave the main character schizophrenia, and it just like the way that they like kind of tap into that and like gamify that, as fucked up as that sounds, like it works really well. Especially that's why I say it's essential to play with a pair of headphones, a good pair of headphones, because the way the game fucks with you is all part of the experience. But and I would imagine that the sequel is going to do something similar, right? But I hate how long that they've like dragged this out. Like, yeah,
it's been. Oh God, I gotta look this up. When did the first one even come out?
Dude, that was 2016 or 2017. I'm leaning towards 2017. But I just remember that game coming out and everyone being on
August
its nuts.
8th. 2017.
2017. So the cool thing about this is that all of these games are coming out. They're saying that all of these games are coming out this year. So Avowed, that Square Enix game, Senua's Saga, and Indiana Jones. And I was curious, did you see any of the footage on Avowed? What do you think about Avowed?
I haven't seen much footage.
Anybody, if anybody saw it.
I don't. It's
Yeah,
not.
I didn't see it.
Well,
That's the kind of talking power that Xbox has these days, right?
It's not like I saw some of it, and I mean it's fine for what it looks like. And I mean, if I had an Xbox, I'd probably be excited for it.
Avowed is basically Skyrim made by Obsidian, and that has promise. I guess I don't know. With this shit, I just kind of shrug on my shoulders a lot because it's like, we haven't really seen that much of any of this, and I'm gonna be shocked if Avowed comes out this year. I bet that gets pushed just because of what it's trying to do,
Right.
and seems like it's kind of early. But they could have just kept a lot of their information close to the chest, and the game is ready, and it's been in dev for a long time. So,
Yeah.
That's really all I wanted to say about the Xbox Developer Direct. It seems like pretty positive feedback on it. People are happy to see all of these things, except for the obvious outliers. But looks like Xbox is finally going to get some titles that you can't play anywhere else except for PC. Anyways, just wanted to give a quick shout out to Warner Brothers. Hogwarts Legacy being the best-selling game of 2013. Let's go, baby!
You mean
Let's go.
2023? You mean?
That's what I said, did I not?
No, you said 2013.
2013. My bad. 2023.
No, you went back in time 10 years.
Yeah,
I do that.
I saw that. I saw that. I was like, "What in the world?" Like,
best-selling game, no game awards. Okay.
No noms even, bro. Like
No
that's
noms.
No mention at all.
Yeah.
Zero.
The big article I saw was that Hogwarts Legacy has sold more than sold the most copies of any game in 2023, and then underneath it said beating Modern Warfare 3, and I'm like, that's not hard to do. Like, I could make
Right?
a game and sell more of it than Modern Warfare 3.
I have never been so unbothered missing out on a Call of Duty title. Like I didn't buy it. I'm not even playing Modern Warfare 2. Like I am,
which is just funny to hear you say, like, with your history, with the game. It's
Yeah,
just,
dude,
like,
me,
that's just crazy.
myself, Eddie, and Cole, like we play like every single one that came out. Two was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah.
And even when 3 went on sale during the holiday season, and it was like under $50, and I was like, guys, I think I'm gonna finally cave and do it. And I never did. I didn't buy it.
Good for you.
Yeah, I held to my morals.
You don't need that kind of abuse in your life.
No.
Take me as an example, okay? With Todd Howard.
Yeah, I mean, that just goes to show like how, I mean, they fucking lied. They straight up lied. Activision, they fucking lied to you and was like, hey, we're gonna not release a full-blown title this year, and we're gonna do like some kind of an expansion for Modern Warfare 2, a paid expansion. Like, and then somewhere along the lines they're like, okay, let's kill the guy that made that article, and then let's carry on like normal and Modern Warfare 3. And it's like they didn't even fucking hide it. Like, it's
not only did they say that, but they said that they were going to like consistently add stuff and update Modern Warfare 2 for the year leading up to Modern Warfare 3.
Just a bunch of liars. I'm having more of a fun time playing Fortnite right now than I believe I would have playing Modern Warfare 3.
Fortnite rocks, dude. Yeah, it's a ton of fun.
Dude, Fortnite racing, I am such a beast at that thing.
Are you?
Dude, I gave up. Like, I got to Gold 2, and I was like, I can't anymore. Like,
I'm Diamond 2 right now.
but I did do the battle pass, and I did get Peter Griffin and all his skins. So
See,
Nice.
I just got all his skins, and I got the bird is the word emote.
No, hell yeah.
So he's just like, it's so fun to use it
Nice.
on like other characters because I bought Daredevil as a skin, right? And so I have the Matrix bullet dodging on Daredevil.
Nice.
Like it's just so much
Hell
fun.
yeah.
And then there's one where he's just taking a selfie and
Oh,
looking
yeah.
at his phone, checking for all the likes or whatever.
I love to do that emote with my Batman skin.
It's fucking great. Yeah, no, it's great.
So I don't know if any of you guys have seen this or are invested in it, but we are getting a Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
I'm not.
I'm interested. Like, I mean, I guess I don't really care if it was more of the show or a movie, but like I'm invested in the show. I enjoy it.
I haven't watched anything past season 1.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yeah. My
Yeah, I dig it.
my lady partner isn't that big into Star Wars and stuff, so
On
my Star Wars watching has been like
the decline.
So I haven't seen Mandalorian, I haven't seen Ahsoka, I haven't seen
Ahsoka's. I think Ahsoka's dope. I know that opinions pretty divided on that one. I think,
Mhm.
but
You might just have to be the man of the house and be like, listen here. You
put your foot down.
you cuss. I'll
Put
fucking
Put your foot down and be like, I want to watch my show.
My friends are making fun of me because I've never seen these ones.
You never let me do anything.
I want to watch my programs.
I'm going to put my foot down. I'm going to look her straight in her shit, and I'm going to be like, "Can we please watch Ahsoka?"
I know, right?
That's dope, though. Like,
Yeah. And I remember I saw a few details on it. But they're gone now. So
Pedro Pascal still doing it?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it would still be him.
Apparently, due to like a Twitter insider or whatever, the cast is locked down for Fantastic Four.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll be seeing some news of that pretty soon.
I did see and this I mean I didn't really even want to mention it just because it's one of those sites that is seems like it's an unreliable source. But supposedly Hulk is now completely back with Disney Marvel, and that there are already plans on doing World War Hulk.
Oh, nice.
Or Planet Hulk or whatever it was.
Yeah.
One of the two, but yeah, it's I really don't. And even their own article was the absolute barest bones of any sort of actual information. So like I was like, okay, there's really not even anything in the article saying that like per source this is happening. Nothing. Like it was the faintest whiff of anything. But
so I watch Everything Always, which is like a Marvel Insider like channel or whatever. Like that's all they do is talk about like Easter eggs and all that shit. So shout out to Michael Roman, aka All Fires, for his channel. And that's where he said that there was like this really reliable Twitter source that always gets things pretty on the nose. So we'll do that. Also, another thing I saw on that channel was footage from the set of Deadpool 3.
Oh, well, and we're getting teasers dropping on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Yeah. So it was just like a video of them shooting a scene. And in the scene you saw Hugh Jackman in his yellow and blues.
Yes.
You see what would be our world, which would be 616 Deadpool, regular burnt face, all that. He's holding Dogpool.
Oh, right.
And then there's this like other Deadpool with like a fancy thing, like his face isn't burned, he's wearing like a top knot, and it's Ryan Reynolds in a top knot. So all this multiverse stuff, I think, is going to cap off the next phase with, not cap off, but like keep pushing up the all that.
Right.
Are we getting that teaser trailer? Do you know if it's like during the Super Bowl, or if it's just on the same days?
I don't remember. I was like more just excited about the content of the announcement than the finer details of paying attention to whether it was during the Super. I mean, I would imagine, because like
Super Bowl is like where
in the
all
tradition
the
of in the tradition of Super Bowl commercials and announcements and things like that, I would imagine it's during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Like, why would you? Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense. Why would you drop something on Super Bowl Sunday and not do it during the actual Super Bowl?
Right. Did we all play Spider-Man 2?
I have not.
I still haven't.
No?
No.
So Cole, me and you, the only ones that play Spider-Man 2?
It's almost like there's no desire to play it.
That is not true. That is not true. How dare you? How dare you cast your aspersions on me? You son of a bitch.
That sounds dirty.
My aspersions? What?
Your asperges.
Your ass burnings?
Your Steenburgens.
What do you want to talk about Spider-Man 2 for?
I don't know. We didn't get really to talk about it when it came out, when we had the pod or whatever. So I mean, what do you think?
My thoughts are well documented.
Yes.
However, I'm beginning to lighten up on it. It's not that serious, I guess, is where I'm going. But
it's never been that serious.
Of course.
Never been that serious.
Of course. I have my biggest issue with this game is the way that Sony decided to market it. That's the biggest thing. I just think it took all of its wind out of its sails, and it sucks, because I think that a lot of these reveals could have been so much more powerful if they just weren't fucking spoiled for the sake of selling it. And
like I said, I haven't played the game, but I got hyped when they were starting to show it, and then they were like, "Hey, here's like 15 minutes of gameplay," and I'm just like, I don't need to see all of this.
Yeah, and those 15 minutes were some of the dopest like parts of the.
Well, I'm glad I skipped it then.
No, play it. You should play it.
No, not the game. I don't mean skip the game.
Marketing.
I mean like stayed away from looking at any marketing materials.
Absolutely. I think the game is really charming. Like, I think it like in the beginning, I mean, even y'all could attest to this. I was like, it's just another Spider-Man game. Like, don't get fucking too hyped. Like, I was not, like, I was disappointed, like, right at the very beginning. And it sucked because I didn't want to be disappointed just to spite Cole mostly. But
you know what? That's a valid reason.
But I was just like, this is just another Spider-Man game. Like, now we get to choose between the two, and it was fine until I started doing the side quests. And I feel like the side quests had so much more heart than the original story did. And like, I still do, even after finishing the game and getting the plat or whatever. Easiest fucking plat in the world. Like,
the first game was pretty easy too.
Easier. Second one's easier.
Okay.
So much considerably easier.
Mm-hmm.
Did you finish the game? Platinum. Done.
Yeah. Like, but I think it was nice because you can tell that it's ending here. You know what I mean? Like, the story mission with Howard the Pigeon guy, the story mission where you had to find somebody's like
Missing grandpa.
that one was like my favorite one because they sit at the end and they talk about like really like deep shit. And like I mean it was really charming, but I really did want a little more out of it.
That's kind of where I'm at too, is like I don't really understand my my disdain for it to be vulgar. Like I don't even feel that strongly about it. I just feel like I'll get to it when I get to it eventually. I just feel like there's no urgency because I already fucking know.
Yeah.
Like
You really do.
you know what I mean? Like, and of course that's hyper specific to just me, and I understand that. That's why, like, I don't really want anyone to take my opinion of Spider-Man seriously because, like, I don't really even know why I don't much care for it either. That charm just really isn't working for me in certain aspects, but like most of the game is really good, and it's more, and it's not really even like this next piece of criticism really isn't like directly aimed at Spider-Man. It's more Sony as a whole. I fucking hate this third person carnival fucking where all you're doing is walking and occasionally pressing triangle to look at something. I hate it. I'm playing The Last of Us Part 2 right now. I fucking hate it there too, where it's like I'm picking up this bong and I'm looking at it and it's like, what the
what for? What?
But like,
for?
I get it. It's cool. It looks good. It's a cool model. But like, and it's the same thing where it's like where I'm like stun locked on Spider-Man 2, where I cannot progress further, is I'm at that fucking carnival with MJ and what's his name, and I'm just like I can't be fucking bothered to finish the rest of this carnival trip. I just don't. There's other things I want to play, you know,
Right.
and so
I agree.
It definitely could be the aspect of like, oh, well, 2023 was like, you know, arguably the best year ever made or ever for video games, like ever. So, you know, it's kind of easy to just be like, you know, Spider-Man 2 is one of those ones that just slipped through the cracks, and there's really nothing wrong with it, but there's something that stops me from playing it, and I just don't really know what it is yet. It is kind of overwhelming a little bit, but also at the same time, fucking every game is overwhelming once you look at it that way. But like the amount of stuff to do for both Peter and Miles kind of like it kind of piles up in a way where it's like, oh, okay, this I want to do all of this, but not right now. You know what I mean? So everything just kind of gets pushed aside, and then you go into this like side mission or this main mission where I'm riding a bike.
Yeah,
riding a bike is Spider-Man.
Right. That one I understand more than the carnival though, because you're like young Spider-Man trying to work for the Bugle and all that shit. But like, I get what you're saying.
And I'm not like a big old, you know, lore guy when it comes to Spider-Man. I'm a surface level fan at best of Spider-Man and all of his Spider-Man-y things, you know. But
doing whatever a spider can.
Exactly.
Doing whatever a Spider-Man does.
So kind of tangentially, I something really fucking big happened when we were on break. Wolverine got leaked in like a really fucking really bad way.
Yeah.
Like right up there with The Last of Us. Many people are saying it's worse than The Last of Us Part 2, but I think
and I stayed away from that too. Like I hid as best I could.
I knew of the leak, but I didn't like look into it or anything like that.
Yeah.
So apparently, dude, they took so much data from Insomniac. Like, and it's not just everything to do with like everything to do with Wolverine, but every future game from Insomniac for the next 15 years, you know. So that was information that was relevant to everyone, but also like some freakazoids out there are getting a hold of like personal you know, like dev information where they live, shit like that. That was all part of the leak too. You know, this is the worst. I mean, bro, people are playing the game They're
Yeah.
playing Wolverine in what do you call that? Alpha, like in pre-alpha, like they have it running on personal PCs, like nutty that shit is available. Like that is, I've never seen a leak that bad before.
That's shitty.
Yeah.
But and obviously, I mean, Eddie, I sent you a couple of TikToks of like the leaked gameplay and everything, and I don't really think it's that big of a spoiler, right? Because like we know just off of like pure curiosity, exactly what you think the Wolverine game is exactly what it is. It's a third person hack and slash, like a mix between Spider-Man and Ghost of Tsushima, I would say. Like that level of like, kinetic action.
Nothing that anyone of us would be surprised about seeing.
Of course.
Yeah.
But it did how do I go with this? Obviously a lot of it looks like shit because it's not supposed to be,
right.
And that was, I don't think anybody with like a functioning fucking brain would look at that and be like, oh, it is alpha. That's not supposed to be seen by literally anybody except for the people that are making the game, right?
Right.
It's not ready for public consumption at this point. Anybody with a functioning brain could distinguish between something that's polished and ready for, ready for.
And as somebody that, as somebody developing the game and working on the game, like just that aspect alone has got to be such a huge bummer. Like, oh man, like it wasn't ready. I didn't want you to see that. Like that's
right.
Just that in and of itself is such a huge letdown for them.
Well, I mean, you could say that for, I mean, like I said, that their entire itinerary of games is fully on display, past and future. Like we got all the nitty gritty details of like how Ratchet and Clank sold and how Spider-Man sold and how wonderfully the attachment rate for PS4 was. Like it was a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
And then why they got so much funding. I don't know if you guys saw that, but like the amount of money it took to create Spider-Man 2 is ballooned the fuck out and is not sustainable whatsoever. And so, and that's obviously a conversation for a different time. But this is all like, dude, this is juicy shit that we're not supposed. This feels like forbidden knowledge, like knowing the exact number of copies that Spider-Man sold. Like it's crazy, and it went into a lot of how PlayStation Plus works and how like how much money they're making from that. It was all very interesting. However, it does kind of suck that like now like I said, all of that wind is just taken out of the sails of Insomniac's boat, right? Because it's like, okay, so now we just know, and you got dickheads like me that are disappointed that it's nothing but Marvel games. There's one Ratchet game in there, thank God. People like me are on fucking life support, but like it's kind of outside of that, like it's just disappointing to like know,
right?
Like y'all are gonna like act surprised every time, like oh my God, Insomniac's making an X-Men game. Whoa, like in 2 years when they like finally show it. It's like y'all gonna like act surprised, it sucks because it's like now we know, and,
yeah. Well, I mean,
I don't know.
You and I had a lengthy conversation about this in the chat. You know what I mean? Yeah, I get it. Like I get it, but at the same time, like, give it to me. You know what I mean? Like at the same time, give it to me, because it's just like no, like nobody but a handful of people wants to see another Resistance game.
You're out of your fucking mind,
bro.
You're out of your fucking mind.
I rode Resistance's dick. Okay, like I'm telling you this right now. I gave them every bit of my money anytime anything came out. I'm over it. Like I don't like, if I saw another Resistance game, I'd be hyped. Cool. but nobody's clamoring for it. Is what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, I mean it sucks because you're right. You're totally right. And another juicy bit of information from that leak is that Resistance 3 was the worst selling Resistance game by a fucking country mile. And so it's not coming back. And which really sucks because it's such a cool idea. But
It is. I love
it. I really want one to come back. Killzone or Resistance. Resistance is way cooler than Killzone, in my opinion.
I've never been interested in Killzone.
Dude,
Really?
Killzone Shadows Fall was so fun. Like,
yeah, dude.
That one that was I remember when I got my PS4, it was bundled with that game.
Yeah.
And I was blown away. I was like, dude, there's multiplayer. Like when you look down, you see the guy's feet, you're like, dude, this is insane. Like that was a really good game.
Yeah.
Killzone 2 was the game that convinced me to get a PS3.
Yeah.
That game looked unfucking real, bro.
By the way, speaking of multiplayer, are we all gonna get the South Park Snow Day game?
Absolutely.
Multiplayer that shit up.
I'm down.
Absolutely.
I'm so down. That shit that's the one that kind of looks like the N64 one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so down. So down.
Hell yeah, dude. Sorry.
No,
like I'm legit like excited for that. Like that's kind of
it's not a full
really
price
cool.
release either. I think it's only like
really?
$50. 50, 40,
yeah.
$50.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm so there.
There was another thing, but I can't remember if it happened. When did we went on break at the end of November, right?
Like around mid to end November, yeah.
Okay, so do we have time for like one more thing?
Yeah.
What are the thoughts on the GTA 6 trailer?
Oh,
Because
cool.
we did finally get that.
I'm hyped. Like I'm hyped. I saw this TikTok actually not too long ago where somebody like remastered Tommy Vercetti. And he's like driving around Vice City and like going to old places and seeing like the new remastered areas.
I remember seeing that too, actually.
That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I mean, two protagonists, one of them being female, and I think both of them are Latin. So
No, he's a white guy.
Is he a white guy?
Yeah, he's a white guy.
Well, I mean, we got the girls Latin. But you know,
we got one.
So I'm looking at the trailer. Or sorry, go ahead.
The funny thing to me was that one dude that they spoofed in that game is like suing Rockstar for his likeness.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
It's so fucking funny.
He's doing it like a
it's a fucking bit, dude.
You have this much time to give me $1 million.
Right, like he's holding it ransom or some shit like that. Stupid.
Idiot.
So the trailer on YouTube has 170 million views so far, which is fucking. Your kids are going to be talking about this game.
Oh yeah. Just like GTA 5.
But this has got so much momentum behind it to the point where this is going to be, dude, 20 million day one easily.
Easy.
They no fucking way. Like that's easy numbers. So it's crazy. It's gonna be something that like everyone knows about, for better or for worse, because it is Grand Theft Auto, and there's gonna be so much fucking smooth brain controversy over every fucking aspect of this game.
Always like with every other fucking GTA game,
But immediately, like looking at the trailer is like the excellent use of color. So like almost immediately giving away the fact that we're in Florida, we're in
Vice City,
we're in America's dick, like, and all of the, if you
does that make you the sperm?
Yeah, if you're in Florida's dick,
you're just a bunch of little spermies running around.
Yeah. No, I'm the urethra.
So you've got a bunch of little spermies
wouldn't-
running, or
Wouldn't like Cuba be the sperm because they're like a little further down from the tip?
It's the
well, I mean, they got to
it's
travel.
the
they
money
gotta-
shot. Cuba's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
money shot.
Yeah.
The
Cubans
people
fucking raging right now. They're so upset right now.
Our Cuban listeners right now.
It's crazy. One of the crazy things about that, though,
Ah, yes, Cuban B.
Cuban B. One of the crazy things about
They
that
call me
was,
Cuban Pete.
what's his face? I can't remember his name right now, but he was like one of the top executives under the Housers in Rockstar. Like his kid leaked like some
Oh yeah.
video
Oh.
game footage for TikTok clout.
Jesus.
Yeah, that rocks. That's
Could you imagine getting your dad almost fired for
Dude,
TikTok
that's-
clout?
like almost
Wow.
like art imitating life, right? Because that's like a whole fucking thing in GTA 5.
That's
I love it. It's great.
That's crazy.
No,
I mean, yeah, it's going to be fucking massive. And
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I hope that inevitably I was wrong about it not coming out this year. I was very confident in that just because of
I think it's coming out 2025, no?
2025. But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I was wrong. I was saying
Oh.
that it was going to come out this year
Mm-mm.
and it's coming out next year. And I just feel like they probably could have gotten away with releasing it this year, but like they want to avoid the delayed, for polish,
And the other thing about it too is there's no PC release window right now either.
Yeah, well that is purely financially based. Like it's like or there's a better way to say that. They're doing that for money. They're going to get it so people are going to double dip, assholes like me are going to get the PS5 edition, and then the second it's available on Steam, I'm going to get it there too. So that's just them knowing what the fuck is up and capitalizing on people that are going to double dip.
You guys gonna get the fuck your mother editions when it comes out?
I don't know. Do I really need more shit? That's where I'm at. I'm just
I mean, I'm gonna do the fuck your mother digital edition for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean,
the fuck your mother digitally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pixel dick.
Right.
I don't know. Like, I've got a weird history with GTA. Like, I like the idea of it. I like getting in and messing around in it. And then I just like
Forget about
drop
it. Yeah.
the fuck off hard.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, but I mean, and that's the other thing too, because the last time that they released a game, I got it like ages after everyone else did. So by the time I got it and was like, let's go, everybody else was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
So like, I didn't have anybody to do shit with.
Yeah, we played that like 6 years ago, dude.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was just I remember me and Nick and Dr. Nick and
yeah,
I think Dallin. I think that's who we had matching Ninja Turtle cars. Remember that? Nick, do you remember that we had green cars with like the hoods were different colors?
Dude. That was rad. Those were the days,
funny.
man.
But yeah, no, I got it like ages after all you guys, had already fallen off of it.
Yeah. Well,
you snooze, you lose.
Right? No, it's true. It's true. Yeah. So I like if I do. I mean, if I'm gonna have to like if I can at all get it day one, I need to.
I was like, are you gonna get it in 2030?
I know, right?
After we're all done with it.
The real question is,
they probably won't have another one out after that yet by 2030.
People will be well into playing the online parts of it until forever.
Yeah.
The real question is the PS5 Pro going to be ready by the time this game comes out? That's what I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
And are we going to be able to get one? Like, be able to buy one?
Right.
Us poor fuckers that aren't sitting there at, the second they fucking drop to get them,
With like fucking 5 computers and 5 credit cards ready to fucking.
Mm-hmm.
You know how fucking hard it has been to find a PlayStation Portal?
Has it been?
Near impossible. Bro, I was this close. I saw the Wario tweet about it being on Newegg, and I was like, fucking bet. I was just about to jump in the shower, so I'm naked as fuck. I'm sitting there, I'm covered in water. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh fuck, what's my PayPal information? I'm like, fuck. So I gotta reset my fucking password.
Oh, dude.
And so as soon as I get all done, it's gone. And so, dude, it's hard. For some reason, this fucking piece of shit that no one wants is so hard to fucking find. I don't understand, dude.
It's hard out here for a pimp.
I dream about it. I want it so bad.
All right. Well, if you're listening and watching on YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that little bell notification. We want to get into as many nerdy ears as possible, and that's how you help us do that. We've got a Redbubble. Go check out our merch, redbubble.com/nerdcorp podcast. Get some of our sayings and our logos on all kinds of fun merchandise.
Baba Booey.
And they still haven't taken down the
Nerdcorp order. Nope.
Damn.
They just don't know yet.
Dude,
it's the same thing with us, like using fucking music on the other podcast. It's like it's just a matter of time before they find us and shut us the fuck up.
I'll fucking do it again. I don't care.
Dude, did you see that there's a Nerdcorp ordered dress?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. No,
you can buy a Nerdcorp dress.
You can,
dude.
So you can. It gives you the option.
I'm sharing the screen really quick.
Yeah, do it.
It gives you the option to
hell yeah.
Yeah, it gives you the option to put it on whatever you want, right? Like, and you can like either remove it on some things or add it onto some things. But yeah, no, you can get yourself a Nerdcorp order dress. You can get yourself a Nerdcorp podcast dress. So go on and get you one.
Yeah, dude.
That's amazing. We
have partnered with Dubby. It's not that hard to do, so don't be impressed. But
yeah, we were one of so many people that tried to partner with them, and they picked us.
Right.
Picked us.
Go to Dubby.com and use promo code NERDCORP to get 10% off your order. I stand by it. I use it for work. I use it for gaming. I use it when I've overslept and just need a little extra, something of energy. It doesn't, you don't come down off of it. You don't get the weird jitters. It's a good product. Like, it really is a good product. So if you love us and want to support what we do, consider supporting us on PayPal, paypal.me/nerdcorp podcast. We want to have the best loot, give you the best giveaways, and give you the best nerdy experience, and that is the best way to do that. There's also a Patreon, patreon.com/nerdcorp podcast. Several tiers of loot to have access to, from stickers and shirts to extra content and bonus episodes. And now it's time for a segment of
Whatcha Playin? Whatcha Playin?
What are you playing?
Whatcha Playin? For those of you that don't know, we go around the screen, I guess, and talk about the games we're playing and how we feel about them. So, Derek, whatcha Playin?
You looked at me just now, by the way.
I looked at Derek from where I'm recording. Way to fuck it up.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail the bit. Fuck.
Ruining the flow.
So, Derek, whatcha Playin?
I am playing a little game. It's a very it's pretty niche. I mean, not a lot of people know about it. It's called Alan Wake.
Oh.
Tell me about this Alan Wake.
Well, he hates you.
Oh.
He told me.
Damn it.
Personally.
Yeah, he was like, that Nick fella? What a dick.
Fuck him.
He's gonna write me. wrote me out of the story, didn't he?
He did. He did. Like, that was the first sentence of the story. It was, hey, you don't know where this is going yet, but that fucking Nick guy, he's dead.
He could eat a bag of dicks.
No,
How are you liking it?
It's cool. I like it. I mean, where am I at? Because it's been a few days. I mean, I'm not super far into it yet, but like I'm past the point where you find that downed plane,
Mm-hmm.
and then you run off and do other things. Like I'm a bit past that. I forget exactly how far, but yeah, no, it's cool. It's really interesting.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like, because I played it for the first time in the last few months too, and
Oh, okay.
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, being that it's an older game, like the controls are a little weird.
Yeah, they're a
for
little
me.
they're a little clunky, but
The movement in the first Alan Wake game is like every time I go back and play it, I'm just like, like it's. But the remastered, like they did a good job with it.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one I played, but it was still pretty like slow and clunky.
Yeah, it's still like awkward and weird and like but it's other than that, like it's been interesting and a lot of fun, but no, I'm really digging it.
Cool.
Hell yeah, dude.
What else are you playing?
I mean, mainly, I've been playing a little bit of WoW, been playing a little bit of Diablo, all that good stuff.
Very cool.
But yeah.
Nick, what you playing? Okay.
So I am. It's actually been a minute, but I have been playing Dead Island 2, and I love it to death.
Dude, that game is so much fun.
It's spoiler alert, but it's in my list of top games this year.
Very cool.
Oh.
But yeah, like I finally convinced myself to buy it because it was on a massive. Well, I got the deluxe edition for like it was like just under like $55, and it's just been so fun. Like if anyone from Deep Silver is listening, whoever you have that's in charge of the gore department, give them a fucking raise, because that shit is insane.
Craziness. Crazy.
Like just hitting a zombie in the head and like their jaws just hanging there.
Yeah, or like their
dope.
skin like kind of just peels off and hangs off at the face. Like that shit is so goddamn cool.
Yeah, I've been loving that game. I'm at the point where I got to let's see, I've gotten to the hotel where the doctor is that you have to get to, and now I have to go look for his kid. Like that's the last main mission that I have. But I think the biggest game right now that I've been playing is a game that kind of just recently just blew up on the Steamverse and the Twitchverse, called Pal World.
Oh, buddy, let's hear it.
Yeah. All right. So this game is, I had heard nothing about it until like all of my friends were like talking about it, and I went and checked it out. It's basically like a weird like hybrid love child of Ark and Pokemon.
And Fortnite.
So you basically are running around this world, surviving, like you build your house and your shelter, and
that's all it is right now, right? Yeah. Like it's just basically survival and catch pals.
Yeah. So pals, which bear a striking resemblance to some other phenomenon. You catch them, they can work for you. You can go, battle other pals and catch them. You catch 10 of one and like it levels them up. And they all can have like different abilities and weapons. Like it's insane. Like there's this one that I caught that you can pick up and use as like a fucking flamethrower.
Yeah.
Like, and there's a lot of lot of Pokemon fans that are up in arms about this game.
Oh, Angela is ill about this. She's like we like wake up this morning and she's like scrolling through Twitter and she's like showing me like several different pictures of pals from Pal World that are basically just like Frankenstein monster parts of other Pokemon. Like she's like, so the bottom is this Pokemon, and then the chest is this Pokemon, and then the top is like some kind of an amalgamation of this Pokemon and this Pokemon put together. Like it's blatant as fuck. Like it's bordering lazy.
There's something you have to build in your base called like a statue of power, which is you go around and you collect these little, I can't remember what they're called, but every one you collect, you can use to like up the stats of one of your pals, or you can up your stats. And the statue it just looks like Lucario, like almost exactly.
Wow.
Just like
no, bro, it's bad. It's like they just straight up, and I believe it has something to do with AI too. Like those,
I bet.
They're AI generated somehow. These pals.
It is so goddamn fun though. Like it
is it really
such a fun game. I think right now it's like $26 on Steam.
Also on Game Pass.
Yeah. But yeah, I've just been playing like solo, but you can join other people's worlds, and
it's super early access. It's
very early. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks kind of rough in some areas,
but other than that, like it's very impressive looking, like for an early access game.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's been a blast.
And hugely successful. Like 4 million players already.
Yeah.
Massive. Like 1 million, over 1 million players on Steam. Massive. It's fucking huge, dude.
And it's
not even on PlayStation.
No.
Yeah.
No. Which maybe later, but
yeah,
I'm sure they're sitting there right now, just like seeing the success of this game on 2 platforms alone.
It's not on Switch, is it? No way, right?
No.
Okay,
Switch would explode trying to play that game.
So the other 3 million have got to be on Xbox, right? Through Game Pass?
Probably.
So 1 million paid. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I wonder how much it costs on Xbox. Like if you don't do it through Game Pass.
I don't know. It's a game preview, so
probably the same price as Steam, right? $27.
One would imagine.
Probably.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how much it is to buy it, but I would assume the same price. What else am I doing? I tried to jump back into Baldur's Gate 3 because I still have not finished that game. And I was gonna mention this during the Spider-Man talks of stuff. Like, you want to talk about stuff piling up? That game is relentless.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm in Baldur's Gate. I'm in the city, and I'm just like, I have like so many quest markers that I'm just like, it's like, it's almost too much.
Yeah.
I love that though. I love that feeling of like, look at how much shit I have to do.
That would just be like mentally overwhelming.
Yeah, I think so too.
I would be like, all right, let's calm the fuck down.
Yeah,
I have to like turn them off,
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's there's a lot to do in that game, but I was just like, I haven't actually finished this game, so maybe I should, in the 70 hours that I put into this, I'm not even done with it yet. I'm also having a good time with Ready or Not. That game came into full release during the Game Awards.
Oh yeah, the Kill Minorities game.
I want to play that game so bad.
So
Derek, have you not seen this game? You play as a police officer.
It's like a hyper realistic like cop
and you,
game.
Yeah, and you like stop like armed robberies and stuff, and there's like stop a 7-Eleven robbery, and it's just kind of it's so funny how much attention to detail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're basically playing as the I don't know, commander, I guess, of a SWAT team, and you go in with like 3 other guys, and you can command like a group. You're going with four guys and you can command like two guys to, go breach this door and then two guys to like cover behind him. And it's hyper realistic is right because you go around a corner, you get shot and like you're dead. And that's the end of it. Like it's very, very hard, but it's very fun. My only gripe with it right now is because I bought this game when it was in early access for like I think like 20 or $30. And now that it's 1.0 is out, like the people that I played with online are just like the worst. Like I just jumped into a random game and we were actually doing the mission I wanted to play where you have to go in and take down a school shooter. And I go in and I'm like, oh, look, this guy's, down. I'm going to go up and cuff him. So I cuffed him. And the dude on my team was like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? That was mine. I was going to cut. I just went into this tirade and I'm just like, I don't think it matters, dude. Like,
Yeah.
We're not getting individual, like we're not leveling up. Like, calm down, bro.
Bro, the chief isn't really going to give you a medal.
You're not going to get a purple heart, man. Like,
just do it again. Shut up.
Jesus Christ.
Now he's gonna fuck you. There's no internal affairs you can complain to me to. Like
you're not getting the key to the city, my man.
Yeah.
Let's calm down.
You're not going to get asked to turn in your badge and gun. So that's another big one. Yeah, Fortnite. I mean, since I finished the battle pass and then I finished like all the stuff after it. So I'm just kind of like, after that, I was like, I don't really need to play anymore until the next one comes out,
Yeah.
And then I jumped back into Resi 2 because they just dropped that on Game Pass. So I've been having fun with that. And I think, yeah, that's mostly what I'm doing right now. So
okay, cool.
Good stuff.
Cool. What you playing?
Handful of things.
Mm-hmm.
So on the off day, I'll put down a couple of hours into Fortnite.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun. Just playing with Joey that game is crazy how fun it can be and like how.
Oh, dude, like especially with all the new shit that's out now, like with the racing and the Lego and the music festival and all that.
But also can very quickly go in the other direction of just being like, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah.
Like I legit do not want to play anymore today.
Yeah, once the sweats load in, like
yeah, it's like and it's never. We do get more dubs now, which I think is weird. It's definitely not because we've gotten better at the game. It's got to be because they have really honed in this skill-based matchmaking that everyone fucking cries about. And so now you're like actually with people that are around your skill level.
Oh yeah,
not
absolutely.
on like a hack way, like fucking Call of Duty does it.
Yeah.
So not too much time. I don't want to get sucked into buying something in the store like I have like the last 3 times. I bought Ripley and Alien.
Nice.
Or a Xenomorph, and I bought Cell and Frieza.
Nice.
Oh hell yeah!
Just because I wanted to be as toxic as possible with the Cell skin.
I was 100% ready to buy Peter Griffin because I thought he was going to be in the shop, and then I was like, oh my god, he's like level 70 of the battle pass. Well, I guess I just gotta play the game.
Dude, I've killed Peter Griffin so many times now. I've killed him, and I laugh every time. Every time he does the like, I laugh every time. It's so good. It is universally funny to me.
Yeah.
But I also started playing Final Fantasy 14 again today. Gonna jump right back in. I overwhelmed as fuck because I have no idea what are my bindings. I don't know what I'm doing. What the fuck is happening? very overwhelming, but I'm going to stick with it because I just bought $80 worth of subscription. So I have to.
Yeah, you do.
I have to play it now, right?
Non-refundable, probably.
Fuck me. Also, I was playing Dark Souls. I finished it. I love that game. I'm not going to go too crazy into it, but and like how it teaches you coping skills. I'll leave that for the 4-hour video essay on YouTube about that. But it's awesome and I love it a lot. And I'm probably going to return to it quite a bit because it's just a very comforting game. I know that doesn't sound right, but it's strangely comforting. Let's see. There's one obvious one that I'm playing right now, but I'm trying to think of. Oh, I was dabbling into San Andreas for a little bit. I
fucking love that game.
It does not run very well on the definitive edition on Steam. Like it uses way too many resources without really needing them. So it's just not a well optimized port. And I get like 2 hours of battery life on the brand new OLED Steam Deck, which is fucking weird. So I'm like, this game does not look that good to be causing that much of a battery drain. So I'm just like, I just don't want to play it. Just gonna go play GTA 4, the better one. But so the obvious thing that I'm playing right now is The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered.
Oh yeah.
So this is the PS5 port of The Last of Us Part 2 that I've been fucking begging for at this point. Gladly paid $50 for it, would do it again. I didn't even go the $10 route because I wanted to have it 100% digital for reasons that I'm going to get into. But I wanted to have like the digital license for the game so I could switch between my two PS5s. So if I want to play it on the OLED downstairs, great. Just pick up the save down there. But if I want to do this ultra cool alternate way of playing the game, where I have been obsessing over getting a PlayStation Portal. I really want one. My use case for it is so enticing for me, considering that I have like a girlfriend that likes to hog the TV. It's really and has to be around me all the time, So it's really nice to have just a constant companion, basically. And that's what the Steam Deck really is. For all intents and purposes, I do not need a PlayStation Portal because the Steam Deck does everything that the Portal does. Like almost down to the exact specifications and even runs better. But it doesn't have a 1080p screen. And that's what I really want. I want to see how good it can look, A 1080p portable screen is fucking nutty, dude. So, and it's not even an OLED. So I've heard that it's a beautiful LCD. So I really want one, even though I don't fucking need one. But I got an app running on my Steam Deck called Chiaki. And what it does is it basically spoofs the remote play for your PlayStation on anything. And it doesn't have to be on the Steam Deck. It can be on PC. It can be on Mac. I think it can even be on your phone. Like as long as it has Bluetooth connectivity with a DualSense, you can hook up a DualSense to it through Bluetooth, which it's just a Bluetooth signal. So it literally can happen anywhere. You can run Chiaki on it, but it's really cool that it runs on the deck because it just works so perfectly. And so basically I have my entire PS5 on my Steam Deck at any time. And there's a little bit extra that I have to work on to get it to work anywhere. So like if I wanted to go to Eddie's house and show him like how cool it is, I can't do it without like messing with my router settings. And one day I'm going to do it if I inevitably can't get the Portal, because the Portal just does it automatically. Doesn't matter. I don't have to do any magic. It can connect to my PS5 wherever I'm at as long as I have an internet connection. But with the Steam Deck, it's really cool to just have it available anywhere. And it works really well in my house because I bought another PS5 and it will almost never, probably never have an HDMI output attached to it ever. So right now it's just sitting there, power cord and Ethernet cable. It's plugged directly into my router, and it is getting the absolute best fucking possible connection. It's awesome. It downloads games in like fucking 5 minutes. It's nutty. Like,
Hell yeah.
if you really want to, that's the fucking move. If you can, that's the fucking move with anything.
Right.
And
What's it called?
what's that? I'm sorry.
What's
Chiaki.
the? How do you spell that?
Chiaki, Chiaki.
I'm sitting here at my PC right now, like,
The app that I use, it's called Chiaki 4 Deck. But it's really cool because there's a little bit of a compromise. It's not
it's got to be better than running the remote play app on your PC because that's dog shit, right?
Yes. Oh yeah, it's way better than that. But it's really cool to just I can wake up the PS5 from sleep through my deck, which is really cool. And it all really didn't take that much effort to get it running either, which, it just was downloading the app to the deck. And then there's a website where you have to go to spoof your PlayStation ID, and then it gives you like a made up code that you put in, and it's like that somehow spoofs your PSN, like to make it so your PS5 recognizes it as something that can be remote played. They probably have it set to it just the backbone, so it's like, oh, it's just recognizing it as a backbone, but it's not. It's
right.
It's something else. But so The Last of Us, fucking awesome on the Steam Deck. It runs so well, or obviously it's not really running it, but it's 60 FPS, looks great. The Last of Us Part 2 is a insanely special video game that continues to get shit on to this day, and people are finally playing it. I know that's like weird, but like I think that eventually we're going to get to the point where those people that complain about this game are going to get so small that they just eventually dissolve out, because dude, the hate for this game is so strange to me.
Weird, very misplaced.
Yeah.
Like you have to work hard to want to hate this game.
So I think it's a game of like multiple points of view.
Yeah.
Where you begin the game hating that person for what they did, and how eventually you are fantasizing about being able to get revenge on those people. And then you play as those people. And it's so like on its face at surface level, it's like, yeah, I don't want to play as these people. None of them are likable. None of them, and I still kind of maintain that to this day, even though I have like this fucking burning love for this game. I don't understand. Like most people would just shut the fuck up and just enjoy it in the background. But it's like, I like feel like I have to defend it because it's so misunderstood in so many ways to people. And it's just because people just want to turn their brain off and not understand like, it's a very, very, very complex game on what they're trying to tell with this. And, if you wanted to be a douchebag fucking reductionist, you'd be like, yeah, revenge bad. But it's like, it's not. There's so many different levels to it. And
there's so many layers to that game. It's ridiculous.
Well, I just don't get it. One thing that I don't like is, and this is just me being me, but I hate the idea of the no return mode that they added to this game. I feel like it clashes tonally so fucking hard with what like the whole purpose of this game. Like,
I feel like it's one of those things that they did to just appease people.
Of course, and it's like it's definitely a band-aid for whatever the fuck happened to Last of Us Online. Like they're also like trying to like sweeten up the package, right? Like most people that didn't buy The Last of Us Part 2 that are going to buy remastered, have to pay that $50. So they have to feel like they got enough bang for their buck, even though this game fucking
Dude, $50 alone for this game is bang for the buck.
I think $100 for this game. I'm one of the fucking weirdos that says that we should pay for more for our games because they deserve it. Like, I think that a lot of these games, that's how we get games that fucking matter and are fun to play and are memorable, and they're not fucking annual releases that are just shit out for profit because they have to appease to some fucking profit sharers. Dude, tell me right now, Rockstar tomorrow says GTA 6 retails at $99.99. Our base game, the base game for PS5 and Xbox. Sign me the fuck up. I'm buying it for Joey too.
Yep.
Happily, with a fucking huge shit-eating grin on my face, because I know it's going to be fucking worth it.
Yeah.
And The Last of Us Part 2 is no fucking different.
None. Yeah. No, I agree.
No fucking different.
I agree.
But I also am heavily biased. So I adore Part 2. And all of its messiness, and it's messy as fuck. But guess what? So are we.
Yeah, we are.
And every fucking facet of our lives,
Right.
as much as we like to prim and prop ourselves up to being, these clean individuals online, and like we want to look good.
Mm-hmm.
But life is fucking hard, and especially in the apocalypse.
Yep.
So I don't know. I've become very jaded with The Last of Us. Like, as a whole, I feel like we've got way too much of it. Way too much, and we've got even more on the way. We didn't even talk about the castings. Obviously it doesn't really matter, but the castings for season 2 of The Last of Us, they casted Abby as well as.
See, I saw that they had, but I didn't like actually look into it.
So it's kind of cool. The actor that they got for doing that's doing Abby actually has worked with Naughty Dog in the past. It's a huge spoiler for Uncharted 4, but at the very end of Uncharted 4, there's a new addition to that game that is 100% her. It's based off her likeness and her voice and everything. So she already knows Neil Druckmann. So there's already some synergy there. I'm really excited to see what the fuck they do with this, because even way more so than the first season, like now that we know that they can like competently do something, I cannot fucking wait to see what they do with this, because, and obviously they're doing the smart thing, and season 2 is going to be the build up towards that inevitable moment. Like, I would imagine that this at the end of season 2 is probably the 4 years later where you wake up as Ellie and you're going up to the mountains to find Joel, like the beginning of part 2.
Well, I mean, think season 1 didn't end at the end of the first game, though.
It didn't? Where did it end?
I thought it ended like halfway through.
I thought it ended at the.
I don't remember, honestly.
Oh no, because they did end up going to see Tommy. And all that.
I didn't watch it, so.
What?
I haven't seen it all the way through.
You should watch it,
dude,
and then get back to me on that, because I'm pretty sure.
I got to the gay episode, and then I stopped watching. No, I loved it. I thought it was great. But I stopped after that. No jokes, no joking aside. I actually did stop, but it wasn't because it was bad. I just was like, oh, okay, I got to the episode that everyone loves, and then I'm like, oh, okay, so I see. I loved it too, just so you're aware. Like, I thought it was great, but I didn't follow up after that, just because I'm like, I played The Last of Us 1,000 times.
Why?
I already know. Yeah, I'm going to, because I'm so curious to see like what they're gonna do with Abby, and like how are they gonna make her bulk up? Are they gonna make her like?
Maybe.
Are they going to though? I don't know if they're going to.
I think they should.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that would be. I feel like they ought to. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because I don't even think that I'd have to rewatch it because I don't remember a lot of it, but I don't remember it ending at the end of Last of Us 1.
Here, hold on. Let me I'll just pull it up.
Yep.
I remember they we busted in the hospital and got her, and there was that whole scene with Marlene in the parking garage.
Yeah, that's right.
And then
Yeah, no, they pretty much did.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't remember, honestly. So
Yeah, that's right.
probably don't listen to us. Don't listen
Yeah,
to me.
they did the whole hospital.
yeah. Yeah, they did the whole shootout in the hospital
Did they?
and he got her
Mhm.
out.
That's what I thought.
Hey, I was wrong. I was wrong. All right.
I didn't even watch the fucking thing.
I was wrong. All right. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Eat a bag
I'm
of
trying
dead
to
dicks.
dead dicks.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they got to be dead, bro? That just seems.
Well, I mean, there's no reason a bag of cut off dicks would be alive.
I want it alive and swimming. Okay.
A bag of limp dicks.
A bag of showers, not showers. A bag of non-showers.
But anyways, it's wonderful and it's definitely worth your money, I think.
Cool.
I just did the upgrade because
Yeah,
I couldn't afford
that's a no-brainer, dude.
Yeah. I did forget two other games that I'm playing that have been really fun. The first one is a game called RoboQuest. It's basically a roguelike shooter where you play as like this robot. You go in, and kill your enemies, get your upgrades, and then you go fight a boss. But then when you die, you keep your upgrades, but you have to start all over. So
Yeah.
that game was like $18 on Steam. And then the other one I've been having a love-hate relationship with is the new Lords of the Fallen game.
Oh yeah.
So it's really cool. I love the bosses that I fought so far. But for some reason, like the graphics in the game just look like really grainy. Even with like film grain turned off, but there's a lot of cool mechanics in the game. Like you have this lantern that will let you switch between the real world and what's called Umbral, and like different paths become available depending on which version you're in. But dude, there are like just some enemies in there, not even bosses, just some enemies that I just was struggle bussing with so hard. Like it's just, and I keep telling myself, I'm like, bitch, you 100%ed Elden Ring. What is the holdup? Like, what is keeping you from doing everything here? But I don't know. I'm having fun with it. Like if you like the Souls games or whatever, it's like a $50 buy on Steam, just like 60 on console. I think it's super fun.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It's in my wish list. I've been waiting for it because it definitely seems like something that I would want to play, but I don't want to spend $60 on it and be like,
Well, it was on sale. I bought it for 48, so
I want it even lower than that. I wanted it like 25 is like a pretty sweet spot.
sure. That might not happen for a while, but
I can wait. I can definitely wait.
I mean, even Dark Souls 3 is full price right now still.
Yeah, but for some reason, those games, Bandai Namco just doesn't let go of them. Like
No.
Dark Souls Remastered never goes on sale, like ever. I don't get it.
I see Sekiro go on sale sometimes, but it's never below $30.
And that's an Activision thing. They probably push for it to be on sale a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at The Last of Us right now. Episode 9. A pregnant Anna places her trust in a lifelong friend. Later, Joel and Ellie near the end of their journey.
Oh yeah,
that doesn't tell us a fucking thing.
That's the episode where Ashley Johnson was playing Ellie's mom.
Yeah.
Beginning of it,
which was really cool.
Yeah, because you like hear her talking, and you're just like, "That's Ellie," but she's giving birth to Ellie. What's
Yeah.
going on?
What?
The Nick Offerman episode is only episode 3, so I really didn't watch any of this shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sick. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna put this on in the background while I try to remember how to play Final Fantasy 14.
Very cool.
Oh, what are you playing, Eddie?
What are you playing, Eddie?
Played a few things.
Hey Eddie, what are you playing?
A few things. I'm playing Fortnite, of course.
Yeah.
I have the Daredevil, Cable, Terminator, and RoboCop, or like my big ones. I have Peter Griffin, and I think I have Bender as well.
Nice.
But you know, Fortnite is Fortnite. We've already covered all that.
My one gripe with the Peter Griffin skin is, why did we not get the Peter Copter as his glider? Like,
It's in the next page of
Is
of the new battle pass. Yeah.
so that's out now.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say it's in there.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
like I went through all the pages and I was like,
It's in the.
I got the TV back and everything, and I'm like, where is it?
It should be the very next page after the TV back. I need the TV back for sure.
All right, I guess I gotta fucking play that again.
I'm also playing the finals.
Tell me about it.
I already poured at least $150 into the finals.
The fuck?
Mhm.
Why? How?
It's so much fun.
On what?
Mostly just skins and shit.
Fuck, Eddie.
I don't. Maybe
Welcome
maybe
to me playing Valorant, dude.
maybe less than that, because there's not much on the store, but like a good like $80, I would say, is
God damn.
I put into the finals for like the
God.
that game is so much fun though. So much fun. I
can't. I tried. I can't get into it. Like, I've tried, and I just can't do it.
Me, Weird Sense, and Dane, we party up and we get in there and play the game, but it's super fun. I think it's a good time. They definitely need to work on things, but like they do really well with like listening to the fans and patching things up that they don't like. Some fans are just stupid and they just like are like, oh, I hate this build because I suck at this build, but this build is so overpowered. But it's not. Like, it's
it's a gorgeous game too.
It's beautiful,
like,
beautiful game.
So good looking.
So good looking. What else am I playing? I'm playing Fallout 4.
Okay.
I'm playing New Vegas actually myself.
I saw some news that the mod Fallout London is getting an official release. So I jumped into 4 just to kind of play with it. I platinum the game, so I'm just like having fun with it. They have mods on PlayStation for Fallout 4. And so I just got like this cheater mod and got like all the weapons and some fucking materials and shit. And so I'm just rolling into the fucking there's this one mission where you go into the witchcraft museum or something like that.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of fucking death claws.
Yeah, there's just like this big savage death claw or whatever, but I have this like minigun that I've got like all spotted out, so I just fucking just minigun the shit out of it like it wasn't anything, and I'm only like level 15.
There's people out there, and I think they're still doing it, but they're trying to remake Fallout 3 with the Fallout 4 engine.
Oh, that would be so rad.
I haven't heard anything lately about it, but I haven't heard anything that they're like they got like a cease and desist or anything like that. I'm gonna pull that shit up real quick.
I'm actually super excited for Fallout London. I want to see what all that's about. See, you know, hey, mate, there's a death claw.
Oi, bruv, this is a robbery.
Race our scales.
What else am I playing? I'm playing BioShock. I got back into BioShock just
Oh,
for
really?
yeah,
Oh
because
yeah.
my son wanted to play it. He's like, Dad, do you have BioShock? I'm like, yeah, I got BioShock. Here, play it. And after
Did
he
you know
left,
I got Bioshock?
yeah, after he left, I was like, I don't know, let me see.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yo,
not too far into it. What?
it's called Capital Wasteland. There's a Point Lookout trailer and a gameplay trailer.
Oh shit, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, dude.
What else am I playing? I am playing Baldur's Gate 3, but I'm only playing with the only time I ever play is when I'm playing with Weird Sense and his wife Lexi, because we all D&D together. And so we're playing our D&D characters
That's so cool.
in Baldur's Gate, right? So I'm playing like my half orc character,
Yeah.
So we're doing that. And the game that has like my nuts in a vice grip is Ark Survival Ascended.
This is the fucking Vin Diesel game, right?
No, that's Ark 2. This is just like this is just kind of like a repolishing of Ark Survival Evolved.
Mm.
So like they just added more features and made things a little easier and all that. So yeah, like I didn't like Survival Evolved. Like I played Ark Survival Evolved and I was like, and survival games are fun for me for like 5 minutes and then I'm gone.
Yeah.
Right? Like I never finished Stranded Deep. I never finished The Forest. But something about this game is a lot of fun to the point where Weird Sense and I are playing together. To the point where Weird Sense bought an unofficial server.
Oh
and
shit.
and so we're just in there fucking doing all
Fuck yeah.
yeah, dude. It's so much fun.
Dude,
Uh,
Eddie, I feel like you'd really enjoy Power World then.
yeah, I was just gonna say, like when you were talking about it, I was like, I might like that. But our survival evolved is so fun, super fun. We're just taming dinosaurs and building structures and getting resources for all of our weapons and stuff. It's just cool because there are some things that like the game wasn't meant for. You know what I mean? Like we have
Yeah.
this raft and I put like 4 stone foundations on the side and fucking tiles out and fucking ramps, and the ramps each have like these spike walls on them. So I have this like little battleship that I can just sail off into the fucking water and feel safe about it. Because the monsters there, they don't fuck around, the dinosaurs. But
So I guess with this, I put it in our little Zoom chat. It's just capitalwasteland.com, but apparently you can download a mod for Fallout 4 that's Point Lookout.
Point Lookout, really?
Nice.
And then they have 12 minutes of alpha footage gameplay for Capital Wasteland.
I'm gonna have to go check it out for sure.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Fallout 3 is my favorite one out of all of them. So, hell yeah. But I think that's all I'm playing right now. Yeah. Well, it's good to be back with you guys. That's the end of our episode. We hope you enjoyed it. As always, you can follow us on social media.
On Facebook at the Nerd Corporation, a podcast.
On Twitter and Instagram at Nerdcourt Podcast.
Or you can shoot us an email at nerdcourtpodcast@gmail.com.
And if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just search the Nerd Corporation and look out for our green Nerd Corp logo. If you love us and want to support what we do, consider supporting us on Patreon, patreon.com/Nerdcorp Podcast. Several tiers of loot to have access to, from stickers and shirts to extra content and bonus episodes. If you can't make a monthly contribution, consider supporting us on PayPal, paypal.me/Nerdcorp Podcast. We want to have the best loot, give you the best giveaways, give you the best nerdy experience, and that's the best way to help us do that. Yeah, that's it. We want to thank our nerd corporate backers, Glenn the Simp, Fillmore McLaurin, and Jake Hurst, and our nerd financial investor, Dallin Gilbert.
Thank you, Dallin. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Fillmore.
Board.
Board.
We'll get it. We'll get it. We'll work on it.
We'll get it one day. So from all of us here at the Nerd Corporation, we thank you. We love you. Keep it nerdy, y'all.
Arrivederci, bitches.
Good night and God bless.
Ciao.